How you doing, YouTube? This guy, Matt, Master Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. What do we got going on here? We have this beer, Mooey, Ordinary Bitter, from where? Bonn Place Brewing. Fucking Bonn Place glass. Bonn Place shirt, playing the part of company man today. Didn't really plan that. I planned this. I wanted to drink the beer in here, but I didn't realize I had the shirt on, and I was like, oh, it's kind of crazy stuff. Now, a little backstory as to why. I love Bonn Place. They're actually one of my favorite breweries. And this is their first beer in cans. Everything has always been brewery only, growler things. They don't even have a growler machine when it comes to stuff. But this is kind of their flagship beer. Oddly enough, it's weird because it came out in cans. I was doing an interview with a brewer. I'm going to actually interview Sam from Bonn very shortly. It's going to be up on the podcast. But I was doing somebody that was very close to them, and they just happened to release this. And I was like, man, I haven't been there in a while. I kind of moved to Jersey, so it's not super close. But anyway, popped in there, grabbed some cans. I was just super excited about it for a couple of reasons. One, I've drank this beer ad nauseum. I've had it multiple times in growler form. Every time I go there, it's pretty much beer I kick it off with. It's their staple beer that they do there. It's, and it's kind of their version of an English bitter. But I never reviewed it, which is really weird. I look back at my reviews, it wasn't actually in there. So I was like, perfect opportunity, kind of throw this down in review form. The other thing is, I think is kind of like unique about it is that it brewed at Tired Hands. Bonn is very small. I think they're like 7 barrels, give or take, right around there. But they ended up doing the first contracting that Tired Hands has ever done. This is the first beer coming out of their tanks that are solely not their own. So that in of itself, I think, is pretty unique. I don't think it's necessarily a thing that Gene down there at Tired Hands is aiming for, doing the whole contracting game. Who knows? But I think this is more of just, helping brewers out, doing good things. Because, 1, it's a fun beer. 2, it's a good beer. And 3, Sam is one of the nicest dudes in the history of mankind. Him and John from District 96 should have like a battle as to who the nicest dude in the history of mankind is. Anyway. Long-winded introduction. I already said the beer's awesome, so you don't even need to watch, but I'm going to drink it anyway. How about that shit? What does it say on this can? It says Mooey, Ordinary Bitter. Down here it says Mooey are not so ordinary interpretation of an English-style ordinary bitter. Enjoy fresh from the can or in your favorite glass. No story time. This was canned 7 days ago. And, art-wise, I like it. I dig it. It's a little bit of Tired Hands. They had a friend of theirs, a tattoo artist, kind of do the whole design for the can. It's cool. I like it. It doesn't blow me away. It's not one of my favorite cans in the history of mankind, but at the same time, I do kind of dig it. So, there you go. So, let's crack this open and see what she's got. So, we're talking about an English bitter. I'm going to let you in a little secret here. Probably going to be a little bit malty and a little bit bitter. I know, groundbreaking shit right there. But yeah. So we're looking for a little bit of old school kind of herbally, spicy kind of hoppiness in a nice kind of rich, creamy kind of package. To me, kind of English bitters, it's kind of like the IPAs before IPAs kind of thing came around. It's almost like a cream ale had a baby with a kind of old school kind of IPA. At least that's how I think about it. Thunk. That's a real word, by the way. Piggy finger, white could be had. Soft carbonation, a little bit of subtle kind of gentle haziness to her. But yeah, I remember, again, knee jerk, remember this being a little bit darker, a little bit maltier from what I've had at the brewery. I'm sure things are a little bit different than what this beer ended up becoming because you kind of transfer from a small brewery doing bigger things, but I'm sure hopefully the essence is still there. You like that word, essence? It's like worth a nickel. I'll sell it to you too. See if you can get a nose. I'll probably snort some shit because I poured way too much beer in there. Yeah, rich maltiness. You're getting it's like a soft watered down toffee vibe, and then just herbally spicy, slightly floral kind of hoppiness. It reminds me of a cask beer. It's kind of what they do there. It's old English style, so you're getting that rich maltiness. We're down like caramel toffee thing going on. Like I said, that soft herbally bitterness. Not too crazy. Approachable, nice, impactful, while at the same time not being intimidating. We're throwing out words, intimidating and floral and all kinds of crazy shit. It's pretty fantastic. Let's dive in. Cheers. Some Mooey right there. A little bit different. A little bit different than what I remember the beer being like. The carbonation is a little lower than what I'm used to. Still nice, not undercarbonated. Just undercarbonated with what I typically have in it, beer-wise. The hops are showing a little bit more. I mean, it's still in that kind of tannic tea, kind of herbally kind of hop realm, but a little bit bumped up than what I remember it being. And like I said, I've had it a bunch of times, so it's kind of imprinted into my brain. Still not in a bad way. And again, the maltiness, that creaminess, that nice kind of rich water and caramel toffee thing, a little bit skosh lower than when I remember it now. Put that all together, a little bit less carbonation, a little bit bigger hop profile, a little bit of that kind of slightly kind of watered down maltiness. Is that a bad thing? No. It's still very much the spirit of what the beer is trying to be. Just a little bit different. Nothing wrong with that. So this is life when you throw stuff in a can, especially for the first time on somebody else's system. That being said, as the beer sits the way it is now, it's a chugger. It's tasty. It's delicious. It's what it needs to be. It's what it wants to be, and it's what it should be. It's not what you're going to get in the hop forward variety from a lot of breweries that produce beer nowadays. You're going to get a lot of the hops showing in that very kind of new school kind of fashion. You're going to be a lot denser, a lot thicker, a lot that's like 2 C's thick. It's like THICC thick, kind of thick, like new school thick. And while those beers are delicious, it's just fun. It's fun to drink a English. I talk about this. Let's rewind for a second. I talk about this all the time when I talk about Belgian beers. I rarely do it with English beers, which is weird because I should. When I talk about Belgian beers, there's Belgian beers that are made, Belgian style, I should say. Belgian style beers that are made in the States. There's a direct kind of line, a difference, delineation between two different avenues. They end up kind of driving down. And one is that a nice kind of American version of a Belgian beer. And then there's a kind of a, not necessarily traditional, but has that what I call Belgian soul. It's very hard to describe. When those beers are like, okay, this is getting it right. The yeast is coming off right. The Belgian candied sugar is coming off right. It's all doing that in a way that this, while still showing its American roots, it has its soul rooted in Belgian beers. Kane is very good at that. There's, Schlafly's very good at that. Block 15 out west is very good with that. Now there's some breweries, like the Averys of the world, or 21st Amendment, and a lot of those beers that they try to throw out Belgian beers and then don't really get that Belgian soul right. And it doesn't necessarily make it a bad beer, but it's just, there's just that core, that vibe, that soul that I talk about. That's where Bonn kind of lands when they're talking about doing English style beers. You have a lot of people do them. Treehouse Old Man, absolutely fantastic beer, delicious. Reminds me a lot of these old school kind of English beers, English cask beers, but lacks that kind of English soul. This is that soul. You know what I mean? That's where it kind of gets it for me. That's where it kind of sings to me and gets me a little bit in the heartstrings, kind of plucks away. And while this comes off a little bit different than what I typically remember Mooey being like, from having it a bunch of times, it still has that English soul. So yeah, I like it. I dig it. So yeah, let's talk about it. It's one of the better ordinary bitters I've had as of late. It would be default number one because I think this might be the only one that I've ever reviewed, but regardless. Where does it sit? It's a really well-made, nice, delicious, balanced English hopped, old school hopped, I should say English hopped, just well-made hopped beer. You're not going to find the juiciness here, you're not going to find the haze bro here, but you're going to get that goodness in the old school fashion. Value availability, I think it was 14 14, 16 bucks a 4-pack at the brewery. You actually can get this at Bonn Place, or you can actually get it at Tired Hands Brewing in Philly, so that's pretty cool. You get it both places. And they usually have it on draft 2 at Bonn, so if the cans do end up going somewhere, they don't do it again, you can definitely get it there. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like Old English beers. If you like something outside of the norm, hop-wise. If you like well-made beers. If you like beer. You want beer? You want to know why? Because beers are meant to be drank. And that's what this beer is. Cheers. That's what beers are supposed to be done. That's how you're supposed to drink them sometimes. I like to fuss over beers. I like to talk about them. I like the nuance and delicacy in the awesomeness of beers. But sometimes you just gotta chug a little bit. And yeah, this beer is perfect for that. So if you're looking for a good beer, if you're looking for a well-made beer, if you're looking for a beer you want to sit down and drink and smell and fuss over, have at it. But if you also want to chug one, grab a Mooey, because that doesn't suck. So there you go. Another review down. Down there, if you want to talk about it, Massive Beers. If you want to check me out doing the social media stuff, Beer Massive. If you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing, gonna have the same on shortly. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully, you enjoyed that pitiful chug. I'm horrible at chugging beers, by the way. And hopefully, see you next time. Cheers.